What is up, people? Today I will be reviewing Creed 2, and I got that coming up for you guys next. So Creed 2 is directed by Steven Caple Jr. and it stars Michael B. Jordan, Tessa Thompson, and the great Sylvester Stallone. I, for one, was really hyped for this movie just because of the fact that I loved Creed. I felt like Creed was such a just bold character, and I was just in love with that movie when it came out. And even though the original director of Creed, Ryan Cooglar, was not coming back for this movie, he is actually doing Black Panther 2. Steven Caple Jr. does a very good job with directing this film, and I feel like he takes it into some different places that I don't really know if Ryan Cooglar would have brought these characters to, but that makes it interesting, and it makes this particular installment in the Rocky franchise, because let's face it, this is still the Rocky franchise, but it just makes it really stand out. And that is largely because this is going to be one of the most emotional Rocky films that really tell a very compelling story that really hits home in a lot of people, to the point where I literally just saw grown men crying in the movie theater at points. And I'm not just talking a little crying, I'm talking yeah. And of course that wasn't me, but that was some guys sitting in my aisle at the movie theater, and you know what? That says something about this movie, and I feel like this movie is going to hit a chord with people where it will really connect, just like Creed did, but on an even more emotional level. And as where the story goes, Creed has just won the title belt, and at his first title defense, he is challenged by Ivan Drago's son. And Ivan and his son Victor Drago have a vendetta to settle. And since Rocky isn't even boxing anymore, they are going to take that all out on Creed. And they are going to dismantle Adonis and take him down just to get back at Rocky and really destroy the legacy that Adonis and Rocky have created. And that is a very compelling storyline, and not just for Rocky, because it also is very compelling for Ivan Drago, and it goes into what he experienced after his defeat against Rocky. His whole life came crashing down on him. His country left him with his wife, and it was up to him to basically raise his son and just take care of him after his own country left him. And he is pissed, and rightfully so. I don't know if he's supposed to be pissed at Rocky. I don't really feel like that anger is really put into the right places, but you know, that is how he views the situation. And that is an interesting thing that you are going to see this movie do. It is not going to just give you Rocky and Adonis's side on things. It is also going to give you Ivan and Victor's side on things, and really put you into their perspective. And that is something that I've been asking for again and again with these Rocky films, and finally they have done it. I would have liked them to even go further with that, but from what we do get here, it is an improvement as far as the villain goes in the Rocky franchise. And the drama 100% works here too, where you have Adonis and where he is in his life, and he really has to face, you know, I'm at a point where I have proved that I am not a mistake. And I am Creed's son, but I am my own man as well. But now, what does that mean for me? Where does that put me? What drives me now? And he is set on a journey that really causes him to find himself and forces him to create his own identity without anybody else influencing that for himself. And that is something really important and really deep for his character. And there are a lot of other things that really come into play that shake things up for him, that really forces him to take a look at his life and the consequences of his decisions. Tessa Thompson was great in Creed, in a role that I would say was not that well developed for her. And here it is much more developed. She has a lot more to do, and she does a lot more with it. This is a very strong performance from a strong actress, and I can't wait to see what this franchise does with these two characters. You know, Michael B. Jordan and Tessa Thompson have great chemistry together, and I would like to see them in more projects. They are just a really good team. And Steven Caple Jr. does a good job with the actual boxing action scenes. I will say that they are staged a little bit more plain. They don't have the jazz and the style that the first Creed had. And I feel like that is where Ryan Cooglar can really separate himself from Steven Caple Jr. He has a clear vision, and you can definitely see that. And here, even though for dramatic purposes, Steven Caple Jr. has a vision, and you can definitely see that. For action, he does not. And I don't really feel like he has an eye for action, to be quite honest with you. It is more like just setting a camera on a tripod and filming what happens. But with that being said, it is filmed very competently, and it is good enough. And my only gripe with this movie is really, at the end, a very powerful event happens that I feel like, you know, during this whole movie, I was asking myself, how could they end this movie in a way that really was pleasing to me? And I feel like they literally read my mind and took it. And they went there. And that is awesome. But at the same point in time, they didn't play it up. And the characters didn't have time at the end of the movie to really think through what actually happened and really act that out. And I felt like it was kind of a missed opportunity. But other than that, I feel like this movie is very strong, and it takes these characters to very real places, and I feel like, you know, this is the movie that Rocky really kind of, not steps aside, but really takes himself out of the limelight, and Adonis really comes through hard in this movie and makes himself the focus, and for that, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. This is a great movie that everybody should see, and it is just a powerhouse of a film that will bring you through a lot of emotions, and it has some pretty cool fights as well. So if you guys already didn't know, I am going to be doing a countdown of all the Creed films, and that is going to be coming up real damn soon. And after that, I do have to get into First Blood, all of the Rambo films. I have a lot of Stallone for you guys coming up. So if you want to see that, and trust me, you do, subscribe so you know when those videos come out. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. You guys know you're awesome. I don't even need to say it, and I will see all of you next time.